Okay.
Good.
I'm going to record it because then we can put a link up on GGA for the people that didn't make the meeting.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we would like to welcome all of you here today for our first GGAF Youth Leaders actual meeting. We're going to discuss today what you've got to do, all the projects, and but before we do start, we'd just like to introduce our youth leader mentors that are here. Debbie is here, but she is in a bad place at the moment, so she can't speak. But we do have Lisa and Hada and Dee here, so I would like them just to say hi to you and before we start. So Dee, you're on the left there. We'll start with you.
Hello, everybody. Lovely to be here. Lovely to link up at last. It seems a long time, and I've been catching up on all the different messages going through. Really excited about all the work that's been done thus far. Huge thank you to Chrissy and Lisa for doing so much, and very much looking forward to working together with people as mentors. I think this is a great opportunity, and you, the youth of today, are our future. Whatever happens in the future, it's down to you. So thank you.
Thanks, Dee. Hada?
Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Ghada Saleh. I'm Sudanese. I'm Child Prevention Ambassador and GGA Country Chair of Sudan. And it is a pleasure to be here and to be your mentor to guide you for the outline of how you're doing your projects and how you're doing your development area. And yeah, that is all. And I wish you a pleasant time to have you with us.
Thanks, Hada. And Lisa?
Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa. I'm a co-founder and CEO of GGAF, and we're very excited about bringing this program to you and working with you as mentors. As Dee said, the future is, you are the future. And we really appreciate all the work that you guys have already put into this. So, and I just wanted to let you know that all of our classes are open to you on our Learning Institute. Chrissy and I are co-founders of the Learning Institute. We do the ambassador, each 20 issues. So if you haven't signed up on our website, be sure to register so that you get a notice when the ambassador comes out, because we'll be featuring some of you in the ambassador. So I look forward to working with you all.
Brilliant. Thanks, Lisa. Lisa's going to take over in a little bit when we are going through our projects. And I am Chrissy Sykes. I'm GGA co-founder of the Learning Institute with Lisa. And also the creator of the My Body is My Body program, which all of you have taken the first course, and many of you have taken the second course. Now, Hada has been working with me in Sudan and Netherlands, and has done amazing work with the My Body is My Body program. Can I ask you all to mute, please, while we're doing this section? I'm just going to go on to share my screen so that we can go through what we're doing today. There we go. Everybody see that on their screen?
Yes.
Okay, we're good. All right, so today's meeting's agenda, so which what we're doing at the moment, the welcome by the group mentors. Then I'm going to go through the My Body is My Body projects available for the mentors. That's not for the mentors. I've typed that in wrong, sorry. To go through the My Body is projects available. Then Lisa Jones is going to discuss the environmental and community projects. And then we're going to have a question and answer section. So you can all have your say then. But at the moment, we really are pleased to have you with us. And we're very excited about this project that we're doing with you to over the next 5 years, which will be amazing. We're going to achieve so much and have so much fun and learn things together. So
Absolutely.
I'm going to start with the My Body is My Body parts here. So we welcome, can I move this? There we go. Here we go. So this leaflet, which we're going to give you, will give you some projects that you can choose from. And we'd like to encourage you to take part in one or several of our projects. It's up to you, and the time that you've got, and just your availability to be able to share and get involved. So project 1. And as I say, most of you have taken the My Body is My Body first course, and many of you have taken the second course. So we'd like you to take that information that you've got and create a short film or video about the My Body is My Body program and why we should be teaching communities. You've learned that teaching children and teaching communities is a massive, massive something to help your communities be better, be more self-sufficient, with less children being harmed, and also a way for the children to learn more and to achieve more as they grow. So we'd like you to explain why we use music for the program, why it's important to teach children as early as possible, because we know that we need to teach children from the age of 3. And we also want your thoughts about the program and how it could benefit your community. And you could even put in there ways that you think your community can use the program, or ways. Can we mute everyone, Lisa?
Yes.
Because there's a lot of noise coming through.
Just looking for the. Go. You'll have to unmute yourself, Chrissy.
Right. Okay, that's better. It's just hard to talk when you've got that on. So okay, so that's your project 1. Create a video and tell us how you think you can make a difference in your community with the My Body is My Body program. Number 2, we'd like you to write a blog or a short story. If you're good at writing blogs and creating ways to share things with people, or write a short story, write about child abuse, the state of the problem in our world today, what problems you have in your community, and what you think can be done about it. Because every community is different, and every community has different problems. So it's our way of finding out what's going on in the world, what is going on in your community. So share that with us. So submit your blog or your short story, and we will use the best stories in our GGA magazines and on our GGA and My Body is My Body platforms. So we've got loads of ways to share all of this information that you can create. The next one is to create a social media campaign. Again, you've all got different talents. If you've got a really good way of getting stuff out onto TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, share it with us and put a little social media campaign together, and then share it with us on WhatsApp. The best ones we will use on all our platforms, and we'll credit you and this group that we're starting. So it's a way for you to get your stuff out there through us, and so use your skills, your knowledge, and find ways to get people's attention. That's what we want to do. We want to raise awareness and find out how to get to communities. Youth leaders that have completed course 2, which there are many of you, we want you to present the program in your community. Now, you can do this either to a group of parents, you can do it to a group of community leaders, or you can do it to a group of children. You're required to get your certificate because we give a program presenter's certificate. If you do this, you have to present 3 of the 6 songs, but you also have to film yourself giving the lesson. So what are you telling these people, whether it's the children or the adults? And we want you to film your presentation. We do ask that if you've got any objection to filming the presentation, then film you and film the people that you're teaching from behind. So you just film their heads, so they're not actually being seen. And that way you can get your program presenter's certificate. You will have this PDF on the Youth Leaders platform, so don't worry, think, oh, I can't remember all these things. And then project 5, encourage your friends and family, people at your university to become involved with their My Body is My Body program. The only way to make a difference in child abuse prevention is to start this conversation. So help us start the conversation in your community by educating parents, teachers, the children and communities, and then submit a report about the people that you've reached, what has worked, what approach has worked with your community. Again, this will help us tremendously, especially as we continue to do these youth programs and we bring in other youth. You could become a mentor and your ideas could help us reach other children and other people. So this is all about learning, sharing, trying different things, being innovative. And that's what we want you to do with our programs. So just to say, we want your ideas. As I say, we've got all these things that work and are working in communities, but we know we can make them better. And it's your ideas that are going to make them better. It's you out in the field working with your communities, with the teachers, with the children, that will come up with new innovative ideas. And that is what this is all about. So that is my little section of the program. Dee and Ghada both work very hard with the My Body is My Body program, and Lisa. I mean, we've got an amazing team, and Adigan, and Pooja has just started. So a lot of us will have all the information that you need if you have any questions. So remember to ask. We're on the WhatsApp group. Ask anytime. One of us will get back to you with everything. And if you need anything for the My Body is My Body program, if you need me to send you stuff to download, just contact me and you'll have everything that you need to take and present. So Lisa, can I pass on to you now to go through the other projects?
Sure. Adigan has joined us.
Hi, Adigan. Oh, yes. Introduce yourself, Adigan.
Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, my name is Adigunte Mitayo Jeremiah. I'm the country chair for GGAF Nigeria, and the vice president of project development and management to have all of you on board, which we are looking at rebutting great leaders among you that will be able to champion a better world for all, a better community approach, a change of mindset. The whole idea is we want to change everybody. We want a change of mindset that people see things from the positive point of view, that it's achievable. We might be seeing a lot of world leaders world organizations that are making a lot of significant impact in their various community. And this is what GGA Global Goodwill Ambassador Foundation also is trying to achieve. We want to create a formidable force through you guys to ensure that we turn the world around for good. The world is going through the toughest time in life, and we believe together with you all, we can be able to change the world around, starting from our immediate community, by embracing the art of kindness in our various communities, by ensuring that we take measurable action to save the ecosystem, and to ensure also, like Christy just said, to ensure that we make our communities safe for the children, free of abuse and malnutrition, and maltreatment. This program is tend to become one of the world-renowned leader models. We are hoping that to mold leaders that are able to transform life, that are able to transform their community, and they are able to take action beyond just word. I hope that this section will be a worth investment for you all as you invest your time, you invest your objective mind. I encourage every one of you to have an open mind during this section in time to ensure that we immerse ourselves into this mentorship section for us to be able to get the best of our time. And I hope by the time we finish this section, we could have been able to build a leader that can be able to champion transformation and revolution in our world, and to ensure at the end of the day, our community becomes better. And we hope that all projects that we are being assigned to take, we are going to do it with all our heart and ensure that we devote and commit to it. Like I always tell people, this world, we need people that have intentional art. We need them to be intentional. If we are not intentional, we cannot change this world around. I will start by saying this: in life, we can all do something if we can all take action. In life, there is nothing that will change if we don't take action. I wish you guys all the best. Thank you so much, all the mentors and all the coach on board. We appreciate your contribution, and I hope in the coming days, in the coming week, we are going to be having one-on-one section whereby we can be able to support everyone on this platform to be able to get the best benefit of this Youth Ambassador program. Thank you so much for having me on board. I'm very, very grateful.
Thank you, Adigan.
Yeah, again, we're happy to have you.
Yeah, we
Thank
are.
you so much.
Lisa, can we turn over to you now?
Sure.
Okay.
So as we all know, we only have one Earth and we're one Earth, and we're all responsible for it. So wanted to give you a list of some environmental projects that can be done and some examples of environmental projects that have been done. So you could, do you want to go to the next one?
Yeah.
Chrissy? Something that's really good to start in your community is make sure that recycling is happening. When all of these things go to the landfills, if they're already separated, it's a lot easier for those at the landfills to make sure that these items can be recycled. And that we have to make sure that we're keeping plastic out of rivers, out of oceans, because it's killing our ecosystem, and we have to be very careful with this. So, you can start a social media campaign and graphics to encourage everyone to create recycling programs. The best campaign will be featured on the GGAF website, and we'll put it on our blog, and we'll put it in our magazine. So come up with a catchy phrase for, recycling. See what's happening in your community now for recycling, because it's a very important part of keeping our environment so that we do have a world to continue through. This is an example of Benice. Benice is one of our directors in Cameroon, and she has done a complete plastic recycling project and has been teaching it to children at schools. So the picture in the middle, they started a garden with plastic, but then they've created a small business. The name of her group is called Zoe Health Foundation, and they concentrate on health. But You know, this is just an example of some things that can be done. Project 2. This is another example. So you can organize a community day to clean a river, clean a park, clean a schoolyard. Just make sure that you have permission from your local authorities so they know what you're doing and when you're doing it. This is an example of Ananda Nepali in Nepal, where they did a river cleanup. And, you know, that was very, very important. So send in your photos and the article of your project, and we'll publish it in the Ambassador and put it on our website. Tree planting is important. Even any kind of vegetation that you're planting is very important. It helps clean the air, provides oxygen. It's, you know, it cools down the streets in the city. It's it helps prevent soil erosion. You can go, Chrissy, which one? Here's an example of our group in Uganda. Ashaba Faraday with GGA Uganda did a massive tree planting project. They planted 10,000 seedlings. You can check with your community. You could go up one, Chrissy. You can check with your community to see if anyone has any seedlings or trees to donate. Check with your local NGOs to see if they have any projects, tree planting projects going on that you can get involved in. And here's an example of Hada, who did an environmental campaign to clean up the streets. She and her team gave out, what was it, 1,000 flyers and bags at stoplights for people to keep their trash, their dirt and litter, I mean, their litter and their trash off of the streets. And that benefits everyone because it helps with the environment. It also helps keeping people from getting flat tires. So, and children getting stepping on glass and whatnot. Your community needs you. So there are elderly in your community, and I know that we've had GGA groups with the onset of COVID. When that started, they would go out and check on their elders in the communities and those with special needs to make sure they were getting the information on COVID and to make sure that they were getting rides to the doctor or wherever they needed to go and getting food. So you can always help to volunteer a community organization. And you could go up one, Chris. So project 1, hunger. There are a lot of homeless people and there are a lot of food insecure families. We call them food banks in the US, and they rely on the generosity of people to help keep their shelves full. So you could hold a food drive and, you know, get your friends, your neighbors, your churches, others in the community involved. Choose a shelter, an organization to donate the food collected, and make flyers to ask for food donation. Action 2, you can prepare sack lunches and deliver to homeless people or disadvantaged children. This is an example of Adigan and Adigan's son with him going out and he does tremendous work with everything. And he is giving out food to the homeless. So hunger is something that we have to combat. And if you find out survey your schools or community to find out where, you know, how many people are going hungry or food insecure, pass a petition to reduce or eliminate hunger among children, ask schools to provide a free breakfast or lunch. We find that, you know, malnutrition is something that Chrissy covers under child abuse also. And it's not always on purpose. It's just lack of food. You can also go out and teach people how to grow crops, whatever will grow in your area. literacy. Literacy is something that is very, very important. We have adults who are unable to read, which limits their ability to function at their best in society. You can create a campaign on tutoring children. Children always need tutoring. After school activities, just check with your schools to see what the learning needs are and set up a time and place to provide your help. Tutor adults. Post on community boards, churches. Check with your local NGOs about volunteering your time to help teach adults how to learn to read and improve their lives and community. This is an example. That was an example of Adama.
Sorry.
We did our lovely Dee up there created a 12 months of kindness, and we're picking the 12 months of kindness up as we go through. Hopefully countries are catching on to it. And we did a book drive. So that's Adama did a book drive. Well, several people in the US donated books. And if you have extra books around, donate them. You can always do a book drive also. Lend a hand to seniors. That's what I was talking about earlier. Seniors could always, they might need help picking up their food items, their medication, some minor repairs, transportation. You check with your neighbors, hospital communities, and nonprofits. Start a social media campaign on the importance of helping senior citizens, and make graphics and post those on social media channels also.
Okay. Well, that's kind of a roundup of all the projects we've got at the moment. So we would like you to, as I say, choose as many or even just one, whatever you've got the time for. What I'd like to do is I saw Dee writing some notes, so I know she's got some things to say. We'd like to just hand over to Dee again to give us some of her feedback and ideas.
I didn't know you could see me, actually. I'm a secret scribbler. I was just thinking with regard to the ideas that you put forward for the MBIMB, not to forget the importance of arts in the true sense of the word, yeah. That you could be considering looking at poetry, at spoken word, to gain attention and to celebrate and share the importance of this really great program. You could be looking at maybe writing a play and getting yourself and your contemporaries or younger people to act out something. You could also be looking at artwork, different forms of art. Can you see me at the moment?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, because I can't see you. I can just see the screen at the moment. But I can show you a few. Can you see those?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Right. Just ideas of what you could do as a means of starting a discussion with people. Sometimes it's easier for people to see visuals to actually get them talking about issues. Also looking at sculptures, at tapestry. One of the things that I remember I used to do and I've done recently is getting a whole group of people to do one little square depicting, for example, it could be to do with the child protection program, but it could also be to do with what Lisa, all the wonderful ideas that Lisa was putting forward. And each person does something that relates. And then you get somebody to put that tapestry together. And you've got it as a huge backdrop that you could then share with the community or perform in front of it, is an idea. And just, sorry, if I'm going on too long, shut me up. But with regard to Lisa's work, don't forget also to look at all the 17 SDGs and make yourself familiar with those, because they will include all the things that Lisa's been talking about. And with regard to education, you could be looking at, that's quality education, which is the 4th SDG. Let's write a book, family partnership books. I am me and I like me. It's a way of raising people's self-esteem. Keeping safe, making booklets that could be shared online and in hard copy. And lots of other things. What I did a spidergram of the 17 different SDGs and different examples that could go with each. And maybe that's something else to explore. But I think you've got lots of ideas, and you will have, for every one idea we've got, I'm quite sure that you'll have half a dozen more, and they'll be different and they'll come from a different angle. And sometimes it's better to have your own ideas because you understand your own ideas. It's like supply teaching. It's always harder to do somebody else's session. But get together also. It's not, doesn't have to be in isolation. Work together and share your ideas and work out how you can develop them. That's for sure.
You can create your own team. You know, you
Yeah.
don't have to do this alone. You know, create a team and put it together. The more ideas we have, the more we can achieve.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's how the My Body is My Body and all the other things have gone on within the Global Goodwill Ambassadors has worked. It's because people work together. And if you've got people working together, it's more inspirational, it halves the load, and it's often more effective. Although if you have too many, it becomes a bit more difficult.
We are
Hello, D. Hello, D. Let me add something to what you just said about MBIMB. I think when we started MBIMB, I think some 4 years ago, I was telling Chrissy that in 2022 we are going to impart 2 million children. You remember, Chrissy?
Yeah.
And somebody asked me, how possible is this for a new initiative? Well, what my reply is that the power of a team of people with same like mind works miracles, right? Because we believe that people that have like mind, we have the same drive of ensuring that thing works. Now, setting up teams, you can start with yourself. When we started my MBIMB in 2017 or thereabout or 18 in Nigeria, it was in my church that I started it, right? Now, for my church, one of the participants said, will you come to my school? I go to that school. Somebody said, no, will you come to our school also? That's how we start expanding. We start creating the ripple impact. And today, in Africa, we are running like wildfire for MBIMB. And we believe together with everyone on this platform also, with this same energy, we can do the same. And it's just about the heart, the mind, and the gap in the society that we want to cover. The rate of abuse in Africa across the world is huge. And it's only me and you. I always tell people, if I don't do it, nobody will do it. Once you have that mindset, it helps you to really take a bold action. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adigan.
Thank you, Adigan.
Thank you, Dee. Khada, have you got anything you'd like to add?
Oh, yeah. Hi. I'm just, I don't have nothing to add because I'm a field woman, as you know. Just do your thing. As Dee said, explore your idea according to your environment, according to your culture, according to your the background. Because I'm African also. I know how it's there. So don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Don't be just not hesitated to do anything. Just start up. Do your action. And everything will be changed. Thank you.
Yeah, and also if you want to put any groups together to do the My Body is My Body program, Khada is the lady to ask. She has personally trained, I think, about 400 or 500 people now, Khada.
More than that.
Yeah. In Sudan, she's just done amazing things. So she's definitely somebody that you can talk to that's done it on the ground. So we've got this wealth of information for all of you. Lisa, before I open the floor to questions, do you want to say anything?
No, well, just that I did drop a project form on the Youth Ambassadors board. It's just something that if you have your own idea, you could complete the form to fill out. If you have any questions, just remember to look at the full scope of the project and try to pick something that'll be sustainable. So those are always the best projects. And we are all here to help you.
Exactly. Right, before before we do anything else, has anybody got any questions about any of the proposals, or if you've got any suggestions, we'd love to hear from you.
I would love to hear Qabas, what she's going to say, actually. Qabas, are you here?
Yes, I'm here, but you surprised me.
Yeah, now you have to expect me. You know me, starter.
Hello,
Go on.
everyone. Hello, everyone. I hope life is treating you well.
Nice
I
to
don't
have you
actually
with
have-
us.
Yeah, thank you so much. I don't actually have much to say, but I worked actually with Ghada. We worked on My Body is My Body program, and actually it had it had a positive impact on children. If I'm going to talk personally, the other day I was with my cousins, and they are at the age of 10 and 11, and they are baby girls. So my older cousin has like a boy of 17 or something. So he just said something that really bothering. He teased them, and then they were like, don't say this. Qabas told this. We shouldn't allow people to talk to us like this. And I was like so proud. Yeah, it makes a huge impact on children. Yeah.
That's really good to hear. We like feedback. We like positive feedback. You know, that's wonderful. Anybody else got any questions?
There's someone with their hand raised.
Ah, there you go.
We'll go.
I'll just unmute them. Davis? Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much for the presentations. I've liked them. And for my case, I was asking, for example, if I develop a project and say an organization approaches me and would like to collaborate or partner with me to say work towards MBIMB. How do we go about that? For example, this week, I got there is an opportunity for us to collaborate that I would collaborate with. It's about giving, emphasizing menstrual hygiene and menstrual pass around the community, and we're trying to solve the problem. I don't know how MBI can do pattern with us.
Well, we actually don't get involved in the menstrual side of things because we're doing child abuse, you know. But if you've got an NGO that you're working with, you can always give them all the information and say, could you do a presentation? If they're going into a school, if they're doing a community presentation, that would be a good thing. And anything to do with the body, you can include My Body is My Body with, you know. So if they're doing something on girls' menstrual cycles, then you can say, well, we're also going to talk about our bodies with the My Body is My Body program. So you can incorporate it.
Where are you from, Davis? What country are you from, Davis?
Oh, I'm from Uganda.
Uganda.
Yeah. You know, we've got the program in Swahili as well for Uganda. I think they speak it in the north.
And we have Ashaba Faraday, who I showed you, did the tree planting project. She does community work on, they educate young girls and young women on, they give out menstrual pads, and they educate the young girls and women on sanitation and hygiene. So we could possibly, I can give you her LinkedIn URL and you could reach out to her if you want to see if there could be any, work there together.
Oh yes, that would be perfect. I think I'll reach out to you on WhatsApp later on
Okay.
after the meeting.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so
All right, thank you.
we have wonderful GGAs in most countries that can help you as well. So apart from our amazing mentors on this platform, we do have other people that can help you in certain areas, which will be very good. Okay, has anybody else got any other suggestions? What I would suggest is that have a look at this PDF, spend a few days with it, decide what you think that you're going to do, which area you're going to focus on, and then let us know on the board. I think somebody's got a question here. Debs has got a message there. If you want to connect with help on menstrual hygiene or period poverty, email her. And the email is there. I'll actually put this message on the WhatsApp group. I think I can select all. I'll try and put it on the WhatsApp group. There you go.
GGAs in Cameroon just did a large menstrual project in Nigeria this past week.
Oh, okay, that's good. It's a really important subject. And then also just wanted to say that these are our projects, our first set of projects. As we go through the year, we will be adding different projects. So don't think this is what you've got to do for the next 5 years. We will be doing different projects. So we'd like you more or less to keep to these for now with your own ideas, and then send your ideas in, and for the next section we'll be putting a whole load of new ideas and new things to do. What we don't want to do is end up with 30 different ideas and everybody's going off in different directions. So we wanted to keep it to the community, to the environment, and to MBIMB for this first section, and then we'll move on with other things. So you'll have plenty of different projects to do, different experiences, and we'll also look at giving you some what am I saying here? We're going to look at giving you some certificates for certain projects. Like, as I say, if you become a My Body is My Body presenter, you will get your presenter certificate. I'm going to stop sharing now. There we go. So I'm very, very excited about what we're going to achieve and all the projects that you are going to submit, and then next time we will also look at getting another group of people in to enhance this group, but we wanted to just keep it at this group for now, so that we can get to know you, get to know what you're doing, what your passions are, what you like to be involved in, and we'll take it from there. Sorry, Dee, did you say?
Exactly what Dee said. If you need any help, remember to reach out to us. We're here for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't try and think you've got to do this on your own. That's what we're here for. Okay. Do we need anything else, or shall we conclude for today, and let's see where everybody goes with their projects?
Okay, so please, can you quickly do a recap of what you studied today or what you taught today?
A recap. You don't need a recap. I'll put the PDF on the WhatsApp group and you can read it as at your leisure.
Okay, that's cool.
So it's there. Yeah, you go through it in your own time and have a good look.
All right.
Okay. We'll make sure you've got it. Anybody else got any questions?
Yeah, my question, I have a question, second question.
Yes.
My question is about the Sustainable Development Goals.
Yes.
How are we dealing with that project?
We've not included that one in, although the Sustainable Development Goals are included in the three projects, the three areas that we're looking at.
Okay.
But the SDGs as a whole, we will be doing as another whole project, but at a later date in the year, we'll do the SDGs as a learning thing, because we're busy creating the course at the moment, and you'll have a course to do, another more in-depth course, and but My Body covers SDG 4 and SDG 16. The environmental ones, do you know what SDGs they cover, Lisa? Or Dee's got a book.
I don't have it in front of me, but there's life above land and below.
Life on land would be SDG 15. Life below water would be SDG 14. Climate action would be SDG 13. Cities and communities, which it would come under, would be SDG 11. It's like you were saying, a lot of them interact anyway with each other.
They do interact, and
there are synergies between all of the SDGs. I mean, when you're teaching classes, you're hopefully affecting SDG 1 and SDG 2, zero
and
poverty.
And 4 education.
Yeah, and
4. Okay, basically for that question, Lisa Chrissy has answered a lot. As an organization which is a global goodness ambassador, we are partners with the United Nations to ensure the successful implementation of Sustainable Development Goals. When you look at the 17 development goals, all this mentorship program is actually connecting to the Sustainable Development Goal. Basically, when you look at the MBIMB, at the end of the day, we are trying to educate children and ensure that we prevent abuse. Now, it's looking more of SDG 4 and 6, like Christy asked. Now, when you look at the community and the environment, we are looking more into SDG 14, 15, 16. Now, where am I going is this. When you look at the SDG has what we call the indicators and the targets. Now, the whole idea of these 3 areas that we are focusing on as the pilot phase of this mentorship section is to ensure that we unlock all the indicators of the SDGs, and we are able to impact on each of the targets in alignment to environment, in alignment to climate change, in alignment to our community, in alignment to child education, in alignment to ending poverty, in alignment to hunger. Now, at every time you do your project that has to do with hunger in the community, you are actually impacting directly on SDG that has to do with end hunger, which is SDG 1 or thereabout. Now, SDG 1, please, as much as possible, we want to do this. We need to have it at the back of our mind that at the end of the day, the whole idea of this mentorship program is that we want to change the world around. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Adigan. Okay, we are on an hour, which means we've kept to our time, which is fantastic. We'd like to say thank you all for joining us. I will put this video up on the GGA YouTube and put a link on for those of you who missed the session. And then we're really looking forward to hearing your replies, your thoughts, and everything on the WhatsApp group. So Dee, Khada, Lisa, Adigan, And Debs, if she, I don't know if she's still with us. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we'll see you all very soon. We'll have another meeting. Yeah. Bye.
We look forward to working
Bye.
with all of you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.